Episode 156 of 5 Drinks to Midnight. In the show, we bring the questions, guests bring the drinks, we try to wrap up before midnight. Today, we are headed back to Grand Army Bar to talk to GM Ally Marrone. But before we do, like and subscribe, hit the bells, the whistles, leave a comment if you like what we're doing. Really help us push us in the algorithm. Let's get started. Midnight, 5 drinks, 5 questions. Thank you so much for having us at Grand Army. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for joining us or inviting us over. We love this. What are we drinking first?
So, to keep in tradition of like a going out night or afternoon, you know what time it is.
Yeah.
Always start off the night with a little spritzy vibe.
Okay.
So if it was Pat and I going out to the Long Island bar, we would get their white Negroni Sbagliato.
All right.
It's the best way to start.
Fuck yeah.
It's delish.
Perfect.
Cheers. Thanks for hanging. Boop. It's for the people.
Oh, that's so good.
I know, right?
Oh.
It's just everything. It's happiness.
Oh, that is, you're right. That is happiness. Like, yeah, it fucking works, and it just makes you so happy. Like, it just, oh.
The color,
Yeah.
snack.
Right.
I love a double garnish.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's not intrusive. It's
Yeah,
just enough.
no, it's...
Yeah. It's welcoming.
It's a nice cube too,
Yeah.
so yeah, the ice nerds like myself are
Yeah.
happy, so it works.
Agreed.
Alright. Very excited for this. So, question one, always an origin story. How'd you get started in the hospitality world?
Oh. Well, alright, good thing we're sitting down.
Yeah.
I mean, so I, like Pat, I feel like this is one of our big bonding points. I started back of house.
Yep.
So I started doing pastry when I was a teen, and at the time when it was coming to the point of like, oh, I'll go to college, blah, 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 but I was like, ugh, for squares, no offense to anybody, but I knew I was more of a hands-on learner, and once I knew that culinary school was an option, I was like, that's so cool, and kind of like, they don't do it anymore, I believe, but you had to have 6 months experience to get into culinary school at the CIA in state. And so I like started working at a country club to get experience, and I just loved it. And I was locked in, got into the CIA, did my thing, loved pastry. But then, you know, it's like the associate's degree is like when a lot of people like leave CIA. It's not, I think it's probably different now, but they had a bachelor's program, right? And it wasn't a big thing for everybody to stay for that. But you know, my parents were like, hey, we really encourage that you do this. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Because also like one of the last classes they have you take, culinary pastry, is a wines course.
Okay.
And then you also have to work front and back of house for like, I believe it was like a 2-week period each.
Okay.
And I was like a little, I was like, oh, this is kind of intriguing. This is pretty sick.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, like if you do the bachelor's program as a wine course, you could do in Napa Valley.
Okay.
And I was like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah,
and I've never been like far away, right? I grew up on Long Island, went to school upstate, and I was like, maybe this is like a pretty like sweet chunk of time to like cruise, explore, see what's up. And so I got in, and so I was in Napa, I think it was like a 4-month period of time. You know, and you're in these long days of classes, but they also like, apart from just wine, you do a lot of like spirits work. And, you know, just kind of like taking like spirits categories, mixology, you know, the whole thing. But I was like, I love this, and that's when I started bopping around to different bars, and I ended up being able to bar back, you know, this is like, right, 2015, so I worked for free. That's fine. But just because, right, I had no experience, they were nice. I was like chainsaw on ice in this backyard of this beautiful bar in Napa, and I was like, what is life? This is sick. And I was like, I think this is the route I should be taking instead of going back to pastry.
Okay.
Because it's just like, you know, you still got to be so creative, like creating cocktails, but then you also get to like talk to people and interact. So for me, it just worked like both parts of my brain in a really awesome way. Like,
fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Very, very fortunate to like find what I wanted. And then one of my professors, Fisher, he is a funny man, sweet guy. He gave me advice. I was like, look, I think what you should do once you graduate, you should be reaching out to all these bars in Manhattan and just be like, I will bar back for you. What do I have to do? Bop, bop, bop. So I applied to so many of like the OGs, you know what I mean? And I heard back from Dead Rabbit. And again, I was 21. I didn't know. Like, you know what you know. Like, you don't know everything yet, or anything ever. But I was like, oh, this seems pretty sick. And he was like, yes, you should do that interview. And I was like, all right. So I met with Jack and Sean at Dead Rabbit. And this is like pre-BlackTail, right? This is now, I graduated April 2016 from college.
Okay.
BlackTail opened in the summer. So I met with them. I still haven't graduated yet. But they were like, look, we're opening a new project called BlackTail. We think you'd be a great part of the team. Like, are you interested? And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, like we'd have you trail at Dead Rabbit first and kind of go from there. So this is all like new stuff, right? You're like still a college kid. You're like, I've just been working for free, running around, kind of making jobs where I can.
Okay.
And so I took the trail at Dead Rabbit and I shadowed Laura Torres, like director of operations.
Very nice.
And I was just like, I'm shadowing this woman. And I'm just like, I've never seen somebody work in such like a glamorous, beautiful like flow.
Okay.
And she was incredible. And I was like, I don't know what I just saw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, sit at the bar for the first time in front of Greg Buddha. I'm like eating food I've never had before. I just pick a cocktail on the menu. It's like the booziest, like aged cachaça Manhattan. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I'm still drinking like, what was like Malibu and Coke.
Yeah.
But I was like, you have to finish it because this is one of the guys.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and so just ever since then I was like, this is crazy. I have to be involved. And I've never wanted a job more, and I'm so fortunate to get it. Just like being part of the Dead Rabbit family and helping open BlackTail and like, you know, bar backing to bartend there. Just, I was a blank canvas.
Okay.
I was so ready to be like shaped, and I'm so grateful for that experience. Like that's kind of how I got in. And
Nice. Is that where you met Patty?
Yes.
Okay. And then, so then, what brought you then from? I mean, obviously BlackTail closed, but like, I mean, but what brought you here then?
Well, I know, it's crazy, right? It's like, so I was at BlackTail and Dead Rabbit for a chunk of time together, and I was like, I gotta commit to one. So I chose BlackTail because I was bar backing, that's what I wanted, and that was like the soonest way I could see myself bartending there. And so I was rocking that game for a while, and I come 2019, Sweet Pat rolls in, the beverage director at the time, Will Pastor, I was like, you guys are gonna be really good friends, and I was like, that's cool, and then he was right. Here we are. But right, so we did the thing, and then BlackTail closed, you know, just before COVID really exploded, right? We closed January 2020.
Okay.
And so, you know, we were super fortunate. They gave us like 2 weeks stipend, so we all did fun employment for 2 weeks. We're like, all right, what do we do?
Yeah.
And, you know, and then the world took a hard pause.
Yeah.
And so it was like, my timeline was kind of once the CARES Act ended, I believe that was like August, right? I was like, all right, what do I do? So I like was working at the Standard for a little bit, just to like kind of get my toes back in the water of like working again.
Gotcha.
I was like, I think the dream would be to find somewhere that I could walk, that's like doing interesting things with like good people, like what's up. So I live on 5th Street, and I was Googling bars in walking distance, and Grand Army popped up, and I was like, I went there once as a guest, like not long ago during that time, and their outdoor dining set was cool. We were chased down by Dave Ebert with like hard starts. I was with my friend Naomi. We were like, what's going on? This is crazy. And I was like, that place is a vibe.
Okay.
Fuck it. I'm going to email. Because like, I feel like all my best jobs, I've just reached out. I've been very lucky in that. Just being like, what's up,
What's
baby?
up? Yeah.
You curious? I am. And I heard back from their director of operations at the time, Rachel, wonderful, kind woman. And she was just, so we did an interview. I met with the head bartender at the time, Robbie Dow, which is also a dream. And like, it just... So I was just so lucky. I started like actually 4 years ago today about like this timeline. Not like today, but like around this this chunk.
Well, happy anniversary-ish.
You know, kind of crazy. Yeah. This is very kismet. Yeah, it's bananas. But yeah, so it was like my like COVID job that just stuck.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Do you ever miss? Because again, like the wine world, like going back to.
I mean, I'm lucky enough that it's like, right, I feel like the role of a GM is like a weird thing.
Yeah.
you're a little bit of everything, but it's just like, it's this weird, ominous role. And so it kind of fit the bill that I could do the wine program here.
Awesome.
And like, with all the love and respect, it's just enough. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing crazy shit, but because we're not supposed to be. We're doing a cocktail bar, and like that's the focus.
But you are doing crazy shit.
We're having a good time.
Yeah.
I like the wine list because when I started, Brendan Biggins was the beverage director doing wine, and his palate is exquisite, and his language that he uses to describe wine is just so cool and just makes it so fun and approachable. So I was kind of like, if I could be like him in that way of like, I don't think we needed to keep a traditional wine list because like it's just not. Grand is a weird fucking place.
Yeah.
And I was like, so our wine program doesn't also need to be like very like classic buttoned up. So I was like, she can be weird.
Yeah.
She can be weird. So it's like, give the people just enough options.
Nice.
Basically like one of each. Make the descriptions fun, and then that way we get to like change the wine list relatively often,
right.
Which is cool. It's also I think better for staff.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like once you get into a group of the same thing over and over, it's boring. It's repetitive. And this way, it's just like it's fun to change it up every so often. It's good for me too.
Well, and again, you guys change programs almost every
6 months.
months. Yeah,
exactly.
Which is amazing. What?
Yeah.
And again, you just changed over, so like that was.
Yes.
What's the thought process behind? I know we talked to Patty about it a little bit, but what's the thought process behind that? Like.
Oh, just changing the cocktail menu.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, I would definitely say like the big thing like every 6 months, seasonality of course being like a huge part of it, but also I think it's just to keep everybody excited and engaged, guests and staff and us. You know, it's just like. Bartending, obviously, like guest interactions, so fun.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole sleeve of things. Open up that filing cabinet, you're like, what's going on in there? But like being able to be so creative and engaging everybody, it's just so fun.
That's
It's
awesome.
like it's the menu, it's the merch, it's just like the weird shenanigans we've got everywhere. So it's just good for everyone. And then it sneaks up on you. It takes like 2 months to prep, so 6 months is not real. It's not like real timing.
Yeah, no, it's
hand to cheek, I'm like, you know what I mean? It's we're already starting to think of the next one.
yeah. But like, also like, I mean, I assume that it's probably very like, hurry up and then kind of wait kind of thing, because like you are building R&D across the board, and then it's time, and you're like, okay, bye, like that's done.
I know.
Start over. Like now we're on to something else again.
Yes.
So like that's gotta
like,
be
chill for I say chill. Chill for like a month, and then you're like, alright, what's next? But it's good, right? I feel like when you operate that way, and obviously like we do our best to like always take care of ourselves, but it's like I think when staff sees your momentum for the behind the scenes, like carry up to like the final plate, they're like us too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Awesome.
So everybody's just like in it. It's a very beautiful dynamic.
That's awesome. Well, there we go. No, it is. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Like again, just reading the new menu, and I'm so excited to come. Like, and then again, you also have the classics that you can get back. But like, I just fucking love it. Like,
it's so fun.
Yeah, it's amazing just to keep seeing like what people keep coming up with. So I think it's fucking awesome. So well, there we go. That's question one. So cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. All spreads.
Question two, drink two. What are we drinking?
This is the Mayor of Talkeetna.
Okay.
She's gorgeous. Cat's menu from Grand Army Circuit 2021.
Excellent.
Pop. I'm gonna call it Gentle Giant.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Actually, do you know where Talkeetna is?
No.
So it's a town in Alaska, and they were like, we hate all these nerds, we want a cat to be mayor. So in honor of that, so this is an Alaska riff.
All right.
Named Mayor of Talkeetna, and the first day of the menu launch, we had somebody from Talkeetna.
No shit.
It was fucking crazy.
Just a coincidence?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, I was like, great. Like actually, the cats, you know. I know, so cool.
That is.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Right?
Oh.
She's so pretty.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love her. It's a little bit. This one has gotten a lot of love because we brought it back as a greatest hit a couple times, and just like a couple dashes of the Rising Bar carrot eau de vie. So we don't do any oils on top just because it just kind of mask it a little bit. It's just I love her so much.
That is.
Yeah.
We'll probably finish it
Yeah.
now, and that's gonna be a dangerous one.
Yeah, that's okay. I just want to dedicate this one to my cat, Steve, the little baby, best cat. Should I dump it on the ground? Okay.
Important.
Should I?
It's your bar.
Steve, this is for you. I love you. Your mom's crazy. It's seen worse things.
Yeah.
I love you, but you know you're wounded. Thank you for that one.
Oh, my pleasure. And again, so sorry. All right. So this is probably doing our research, I mean stalking on you. This was the most question that I got for people to ask.
Okay.
Which is another origin story.
Okay.
But where does Pop Pop come from?
Oh, okay. Honestly, fair. I see you all.
Everybody was just asking what Pop Pop means and where it came from.
Why?
Why did she say Pop?
I mean, honestly, it's like simple, but you know, it's just been so long.
Yeah.
The show Community.
Okay.
Do you ever watch it?
Yeah.
Ah, Magnitude.
Who's Magnitude? Yo, 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 yo! Pop, 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 pop!
The unsung hero, all that sweet, beautiful man says is Pop Pop. And I just like, so I came out when I was in high school.
Okay.
And I love that show very much. So I've been saying Pop Pop probably since I was like 16, 17.
Okay.
So it's been a long time.
All right.
I have a tattoo of Pop Pop. It's engraved, yeah. It's here, it's locked and loaded, it's here to
It's
stay.
never going anywhere.
I'm gonna be old and decrepit one day and say, Pop Pop.
Like, yeah, Grandma, it's okay.
You know, it's like, well, I have a mom tattoo here, but I have Pop Pop here.
Very nice. Oh, fuck yeah.
And so my dad originally thought it was for him, and I was like, yeah. I was like, girl, you know, I love you. This is Pop Pop. But I love that show so much. It's just so weird and so awesome. And it's such a good phrase that I feel like is just a response to everything.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like Smurf, right? Like it's it could be a verb, it could be a noun, it could be
anything.
Whatever.
I just never had to use it when I was angry.
Okay. Well, there we go.
There's a sad Pop Pop. There could be a confused Pop Pop. But never mad.
Never mad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Well, it was cool too.
Yeah.
His name, Magnitude, apparently was inspired by magnetic positive attitude. Not the most beautiful thing.
That is.
It made it all just connected all so many dots. It's like,
Just bringing
nice.
everything
Yeah,
together.
exactly.
Fucking awesome.
It was good. It was good. And then it just popped off in a way I didn't expect it would.
Everybody is just like.
Where the fuck?
It was just ask her Pop. What does Pop Pop? What does it mean? Where did it come from? Why? Like everywhere. Like it was just that was like.
Can't stop.
Yeah.
I can't stop. It's, you know, when it
Well,
comes
it's
up.
very contagious.
Yes, it's so fun to say.
Yeah.
Oh, my childhood best friends. So I turned 30 this year. Love to see it. It's been a good, honestly.
I
It's been
love
a good
my
time.
turkeys.
I'm very grateful to be 30. You know, it feels right. And they're like my oldest friend April from 3rd grade, over 20 years. It's amazing. And Brittany and Cassie, it's our squad. And they got me a Pop Pop neon sign. And so, you know, we have one in Grand Army Beth that we changed for the menu.
Yeah.
I talked to Pat and I was like, I feel like we should save this for our own.
Right.
What a cool sign that we get to just be like.
That's it.
So I was just still sitting in my home, like in my closet next to my camper. I'm like, you'll be in use soon.
Someday.
You're feeling dust collecting, but not for much longer, I promise you. It's motivational. Yeah. I know this poor sign. But it's just so sweet how, like, I'd say it's a term that's obviously popped up in bars, which is really cool. Like when people see me in Pat, they're like Pop Pop.
Yeah.
But also like my life outside of bars too, like
That's
family
awesome.
and other friends. You know, it's like it's very my dad.
Well, I do know that like when people see you or like even with that.
Yeah.
Like it is Pop Pop, like or if your name was mentioned, it's like I was at Grand Army, Pop Pop, like it just literally is just like
it's
right off the bat,
it's
like
a nice natural bit.
Yeah.
You know, like it was never forced. It just worked out.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, this is cool.
But it's also something very cool, like when someone says that they immediately you're recognized as that.
It's so
fucking cool.
it's like the sweetest thing.
And now even knowing that the name positive at like that's just it's so fun. There we go. You heard it here first.
That's where I heard. Gets up awesome. Oh my god, that's crazy.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, well, fuck yeah, there we go.
I know. Clean and simple. That's our permit for martini.
Yeah,
Hey
perfect.
now.
Oh,
pop. Oh, so yeah, it's like.
Please don't hold back. Pop, pop. Like, yeah. Fuck yeah.
One time someone was like, you guys should count how many times in a day you say. I'm like, I don't know that that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think we'd be scared.
Yeah.
There was one day, I forget what Patty and I did. We were bopping around or something, and we said it so much, and we were like, like, maybe this is, no, we're not like it's getting out of hand. We're like, this is maybe the most we've ever said it. Oh, my little buddy. Oh, Pat, it's open. It's open. Oh, no, it's too late.
Oh.
Doors unlocked, guys.
Can we have a cameo? Pop, pop, little Pat. Baritelle Kina for Steve.
This is the first thing I've ever drank today.
Not even coffee.
I haven't even taken a sip of my coffee.
Yeah, there we go. What a better way to
My
start
mom
that
was
day.
like, no water? And I was like, no, just a martini.
Say it's for Steve. We're still on the ground.
Our king.
Yeah, okay. Sweet angel.
Walked away.
Hi, Pat.
I'll come back up in a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Said her name 3 times and she appeared.
I think it's good.
Love it. Well, yeah, there we go. Question 2. Done.
Boom.
Question 3. Drink 3. What are we drinking?
The old classic daiquiri.
Excellent.
You know? We had to do it.
Yeah, as one does.
Right? I hope you like Iron Bowl. Right? Just grassy. A little funk.
That's
A little fresh.
love the good funk in the daiquiri.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do something a little ode to BlackTail.
Ah, very nice.
Thank you.
Well, since we're having a daiquiri, question 3 actually comes from Patty.
Oh.
And she wants to know.
Mhm.
Also, question 3, we call this our talking shit segment because we've had 3 drinks, so we're a little bit more honest with ourselves. But she wants to know,
Mhm.
where have you had or what do you consider the best daiquiri and why?
Trash. Because she's not here, I can say it. Ooh. You know what? It's a callback, and it's an annoying callback. Because, sadly, another RIP, Diamond Reef.
Okay.
They're just like,
I guess that bar.
me too. Really
That's-
like,
yeah. Considering that it's still fucking there and there's nothing there and it should like
it's so cruel.
Yeah.
It's like
you drive past and like there's nothing. It's still a
yes, like
fucking empty shell.
I know
And,
it's
like,
very rude.
yeah.
It's just,
It is. It is.
pisses me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place, man, they just did, I would say, so many things right. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Whenever you just get the daiquiri there, right, like, I don't know if you remember, like, the glassware they
Yeah.
use. It was just, like, right, like, the frozen, like,
Yeah.
thick glassware. It was like a fucking chalice. And there was just something, like, that, their daiquiri, it was obviously good.
Yeah.
But it was just, like, coming in a frozen glass. And, like, really, it was a heavy glass, so I felt the weight of my decision every sip. And it was just like, this is awesome. It's beautiful vibe, and it just tasted so clean and refreshing. And just, you know, and just like, oh, it was the best. And I would say, you know, I've had a lot of good daiquiris, but like that was like such a standout memory for me. I just love that place. It would either be a daiquiri or get a Susan soda.
Okay.
And that was like, or the Keurig Ichiban and the frozen mug.
Yeah.
Only those 3 things.
Okay. I did the Old Firm because I was a sucker for a blue drink. So it was basically like blue Vucare. So like I just loved like that was
Oh, I missed that.
Dan and Michael made that, and I was like, I don't care. It's a blue drink.
Yeah.
I fucking want that like constantly, and I was
Yes.
every day like when they didn't have it, I was very upset. Like, but yeah, it
Blue
was.
drink is a
yeah,
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I know I wanted to do something for BlackTail just because like, you know, I love that bar so much, and it was like one of the best things that I could have had in my career. And like looking back at their specs for all the daiquiris, right? It's like it was always like a double decker sous vide situation.
Sure.
So it was like syrup would be like sous vide, the rum blend would be sous vide, and I was like, I could do that. I was like, but I could also just be classic.
Yeah.
But in my heart, my soul, I wanted to do like a strawberry daiquiri.
All right.
Because did you ever get to BlackTail?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god. Yeah, I don't know if you ever got to have like just the classic daiquiris, like either coconut or the pineapple. They were just like the unsung heroes.
Nice.
You know,
I
because
think
like
I did get the the pineapple one quite a bit. So like that was.
It was so good.
It was, yeah.
Just like so like lush.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, Naomi Leslie, she's the Valdez ambassador now,
Yeah.
very talented queen. She was one of the bartenders that like was training me from bar back to bartender, and she made like a daiquiri of both like Clarence when like it was like first like coming like to the US like really
Yeah.
popping off with like this coconut syrup. So it was just like a coconut Clarence daiquiri, and it was just so like I was like that's what bartending is. That shit's so cool. So I almost did that, but I was like, she's just so classic.
This
but,
is nice. This is.
Yeah, just like the little things, they go a long way. It's nice to bring it back.
Yeah, that's
Takes me home again.
fucking delicious.
Uh-huh.
What do you think
Hmm.
the hospitality world is missing, and how do you plan on addressing that both here at Grand Army and future endeavors?
Future endeavors, you say?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the pulling it back to basics a little bit.
Okay.
Right? Like, one of the things when I started here, this is my first Brooklyn spot.
Okay.
And not that there's like, I'm not trying to be like shady in any way, but like Brooklyn Manhattan, it is a different energy. Different clientele, everything.
Yeah.
And, there's such a gift of like, I live close by, which is awesome for many reasons, and like, it's like a whole different adventure, but like, you just know people. And I think when bars just get so big, not that it loses that, because I believe that people do their best to really build these genuine relationships.
Yeah.
But this is like built in. And I think that's why Patty and I work so well together, because I think we just like naturally nurture close relationships and like just build these bonds with people that we just meet for the first time. And it just feels like we've all known each other for so long.
Yeah.
So it feels very genuine, and it is genuine.
Yeah.
It's like, I always say, like, one of my role models growing up was always my grandma. Both my grandmothers were amazing, but my dad's grandma, Catherine, she's just like the mushiest woman ever.
Thanks.
Ever. You know what I mean? Just like, she called her $1.50. She was like very like this like Italian nurturing like goddess.
Fucking love it.
And I was just always like, man, if I can be like her and like really just like let myself like lead with like love and kindness, I think that'll get me really far.
Right.
Like her funeral, like her wake was 2 days.
Wow.
And I've never seen a more packed room in my entire life.
That's
It was
awesome.
it was very beautiful.
No, that's loved by everyone.
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
Incredible. And it's like, I think that just always resonated in the way it's like, you don't have to do anything crazy in your lifetime to like be fulfilled.
Right.
I think if you just treat people the way you want to be treated, the universe will provide.
Yeah.
And I think that is our hospitality style. And I think it's so apparent to everybody that's around us. And I think that's why we have success, because we genuinely love what we do. We're so lucky that we're in the field that we want to be in.
Right.
And it just makes it easy to like provide that good energy consistently. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think it's just like, so I don't think it's that anything like new needs to really happen again in hospitality, but I think it's just like rebuilding that foundation is more of the thing.
I get you. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's just, I don't know, I think like there's just so much that clouds it.
Yes.
Like awards and shit. It's just like, it can be frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, I totally
Yeah.
agree. And
Yeah.
again, you guys do an amazing job here, because everybody is so nice. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you come in and you're treated.
A lot of good eggs.
Yeah, yeah. You
Staff.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
the sweetest people. We're so lucky.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah. And
Thing.
yeah, no, and I totally agree.
Mhm.
Like, I think that staff makes a bar
Yeah.
because they know how to treat people, and like that's the most amazing thing. Is that
Yeah.
when your staff, because again, you are right. Like, there's people that are out there
Mhm.
like chasing the 50 best or whatever. And again, nothing wrong with it.
No, like pop off. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Do
someone
you.
has to do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome that you
Yeah.
want to. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Like, do you? But
Yeah.
like, just also like you're giving up on, I think, a
Yeah.
lot of that hospitality kind
Yeah.
of situation. So like,
Right. So I think that's why it's beautiful that all those things can still exist at the same
Yeah.
time. Like I think we're filling a hole in a way.
No, I agree. I love the cheers effect. Like,
Yeah.
I love the idea. Like, you come in and I brought friends in here.
Mhm.
Like, we did I
Oh.
did a Brooklyn tour.
Yeah.
And like we sat right there, and like it was just, but like they were just totally blown away. And then we went to other bars, and they were like, we want to go back to Grand. Like, honestly, like, we're coming back. And I'm like, too late, we're closed. Like, it's just, come back on a Saturday. Like, weekday, like, it just, but they were, like, they said that this was their favorite place, and it just, like, was, and again, it's just because you were immediately, you were felt like family. So, like, you were welcomed in greatly. So, like, that was,
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is, and it's rare, I think, in that kind of nowadays.
Yeah, I know, it's a beautiful thing to, like, it needs to be kept alive.
Yeah.
I think, at the end of the day, it is why we all do this.
There we go. We didn't talk that much shit. So.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we're just not shit talkers.
But cheers, question 3.
Yeah, pop.
Pop.
It's just so natural. You get it.
Question 4, drink 4. What are we drinking?
So, I didn't want to use a drink from the new menu, Grand Army Astrology.
It's fucking beautiful.
I love them all.
Yeah.
I really do. And I'm not just saying it. But if I had to play some favoritism, Libra.
Okay. Are you a Libra?
No, I'm a Gemini.
All right.
But my mom's a Libra.
Okay.
My queen.
All right.
My everything. And so, she loves purple.
All right.
So it really worked out for her.
Excellent.
Cheers to Libras.
Cheers.
And to all the signs. She's a weirdo, but a beauty.
Yeah.
Right?
But
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome.
I mean, this is Patty. So our R&D sessions, like everyone is involved.
Yeah.
Like baseline, this is Patty and Molly.
Okay.
One of our chairs, we love Molly. She's all the photos you see on our Instagram were styled by her.
Okay.
And then server, soon to be turning bartender, Sam.
Okay.
They are geniuses.
Nice.
But so Molly's brain is crazy, very
Awesome.
intelligent, and she was just like, we should do like a Palo Santo cocktail, a little eucalyptus, and it was just like, but like aiming to be low ABV, and they created like this beautiful monster.
Fucking awesome.
It's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just everything. Like it's
Gorgeous.
eye catching, but it also like it's cool because it's so eye catching and it has like bizarre ingredients that like you're kind of like having people that might not normally order that drink be like, I'm just so intrigued on the visual, I have to know, and then they like it.
Alright.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, like it has the fajita effect. Like you like walk out and like it sizzles, like with the purple and like that. I mean, immediately you're gonna ask, what is that? So like that's.
And the base primarily is like Dolce Blanc.
Yeah,
it's
fucking
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's like for the bartenders, but also for the, or I don't know, for the pals.
All right.
Like, it's beautiful.
Fucking awesome.
Libras,
Jeez.
so balanced. As they say. Yeah, it's so fun.
All right. So, question 4. I got a few of them.
Okay.
But real question 4.
Yeah.
Favorite pair of socks?
Oh my god! Did you see? I was like, wait, no! Oh, I'm wearing such boring ones today. How embarrassing. I think my favorite pair of socks. Ooh. Honestly, one of the best pairs of socks I've ever received. Look, I'm a sensitive gal. I'm pretty in touch with my emotions. I cry easily at beautiful things and sad things. Lil Pat knows me extremely well. Almost too well. I'm like, are you part of it? And one year she got me socks with my cats, Steve and Dave.
Oh, very nice.
And I still have them, even though like they started to get like, I was wearing them a little too much. I was like, I think I have to pause. And so those are probably my favorite socks I've ever owned. But
Very
I also
nice.
have Ted Lasso socks.
Okay.
So much.
They're like yellow, red, and blue with the Ted Lasso up around the ankle.
Oh, his face is right there.
Yeah, I have those too.
I'm like, I need a moment. I'm like looking. I'm just
There you
like,
go.
moment of inspiration. Hi, Ted. You know.
Well, again,
I believe.
they said that Walt Whitman and Ted Lasso is your favorite quote. So
I saw this quote by Walt Whitman. It was painted on the wall there. It said, "Be curious, not judgmental." I like that.
That's the one.
very nice.
Yeah. So cats or Ted.
Or Ted.
There's so many socks.
All right.
There's, I don't know how much Patty shared. There's a sock store in Portland, Maine, the Sock Shack.
Okay.
I went to Portland, Maine for the first time. That's where I would like to retire.
Okay.
You know, when I'm old, I'll be like, I don't mind the cold. I like being cold. I would just love to be there because it's just so peaceful.
Okay.
And so I went for the first time, like 2018, I think. And there's a store called the Sock Shack, and they just have the craziest amount of socks. They're so nice. It's just a good vibe. I was like, oh. So every year for Christmas for my family, I get socks, and I usually get Patty socks.
Very nice.
And they always write a handwritten note.
Okay.
But eventually they caught on that I was like a continued customer.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, hey, Ally, thanks again. Like Lori and the girls. And I'd be like, oh my God, stop. And so I went. I know, it's so funny, right? It's so sweet. It's this beautiful script. And one time they ran out of socks that I actually ordered for myself, like within the pack for the family.
Yeah.
And they're like, I was like, yo, anything with like cocktails or cats, send my way. And she was like, got you. And sent me the cutest socks. And then I was able to go in person again years later because my best friend Naomi, like her family has a house there and they're very generous and I always get to stay. And I went in and I was like, hey, I was at the sock shop. I was like, is Lori here? And she was like, yeah, I'm Lori. And I was like, I'm Ally. And this woman ran around the counter and went, Ally! And I was like, Lori! And we hugged.
Nice.
And she was like, let's walk around. And we like picked a pair of socks together that she so kindly gave me. It's just the cutest thing.
That's awesome.
And so now when I get the notes, they're still like, we hope you did well. And they sign everybody's name.
Nice.
It's just like,
Awesome.
that's the thing, right? That's the hospitality
That's
thing.
hospitality.
The socks are in Maine.
Yeah.
But I've been buying their rights since 2018 every winter. And being able to go a couple times in person. It's just like, so it's hard to pick a favorite pair of socks.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's just so many.
Awesome.
I know, they're just so fun.
And then again, a big sock guy myself, so like I don't have a favorite pair, but I just
It's hard.
It's
not easy. 2 feet.
Well, actually, I disagree. I love the hospital socks with the little grippies.
Oh.
Like every time I've had surgery, I've always just been like, steal those.
Do you wear them at home?
Yeah,
too?
always.
Support?
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. And then favorite flavor of Bailey's?
Honestly, it is the s'mores.
Okay.
Because it's such a good question. I mean, there's so many good ones, and I feel like we wanted to love the strawberry shortcake, but it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
But like, right, Patty's drink, the s'mores milk punch was like iconic.
Okay.
And she gave me like, we had a bottle like a little left over, and so when I left last year, she like gave the rest to me. So like, maybe this is TMI. I still have it in my fridge.
Very nice.
I will not drink it, but it's there for like a little memorial.
There we go.
You know, a little celebration of the time.
When it's needed to come out, it will be drank.
Exactly, and I might be ill, but it's worth it. No, but it's
Bailey's.
it's so good.
You'll be good.
One time, you know, they always have the recipes on the bottle.
Yeah.
We were at Patty's apartment with a couple of our friends, and we like tried to like make the recipes, and nothing was as good as like just pulling out a little bit from the freezer. It's always still a little warm somehow.
Okay.
I don't know. A little mystery. We like that. Yeah. S'mores are mysterious. How they come to be? As should Bailey's be. But that's probably my favorite flavor. Do you have one?
They sent me a bottle of their green mint.
Oh, so good.
Because I'm a big. I don't eat fast food. I know you're thinking, wow, fat kid doesn't eat fast food, but it's like I just
It's overrated.
love a shamrock shake.
I see you.
So and they sent me their like adult version of, and so to this day I still have it in my fridge. Like
it's hard to part ways
it's
with.
not
It's
gonna
so
go back.
beautiful.
Like again, you just add a little bit more whiskey, it will kill it, whatever.
Yes.
So like it'll be fine. So like that is.
I think you'll appreciate this fun factoid. My previous boss, Brendan Biggins from here, beautiful queen, he was working at Diageo, the headquarters. They like they had all the Baileys, right? And one time Pat and I went with our friend Charlotte, and he like made us like mini hard starts with the Bailey's mint on crushed ice. And honestly, I was like, you're a genius.
Yeah.
I was like, the way that brain works, it's doing good things. It's good. So like, I think that would be my second.
Okay.
My second
Yeah.
The s'mores is like such a special place.
S'mores, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and again, it's probably not the s'mores itself. It's with the people, which is what what makes it special. So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Dive bar or cocktail bar?
I think, I don't know if it's like boring at this point, but I do think I would pick dive bar.
Okay.
I don't know. I just like, I love cocktails. I'm always grateful that I get to like try them and have a good time, and they're delicious. But the experience of a dive bar is just it's so nice. It's everything I want. I don't know, because it's like the chaos can ensue.
Sure.
You know, cocktail bars, like, there has to be more rules for good reasons.
Yep.
There's more things happening. But the dive bar, it is just such like a, I don't know, it's a very calming space. I recently, for the first time, bring back Portland, Maine, Room for Improvement.
Okay.
Have you ever been there?
I have not.
It's both.
Right.
It is a cocktail bar but a dive bar at the same time. And that is the sweet spot.
Yeah.
So it's cool when that happens. Like, we love that. But, like, if I had to choose, it would be dive bar.
And then, like, drink of choice. So, like, since you said dive bar,
yeah.
are you a beer and shot kind of person, or are you more like whiskey neat? Like, what's your like, you're walking into a dive bar, what are we ordering?
I'm probably gonna order whatever Pilsner is on draft.
Okay.
And then if they're like, hey, I feel like I know you. Do you want a little bit of this? I'll always be like, yeah, sure. Or like, I live above a beloved dive bar.
Right.
It's like, they're very kind, and like, we've come to a place of like, you know, if I'm walking by and I know who's in there, it's like, I always say hi just to say like, hello, how
Right.
are you? Like, give a little hug. And if they want to do a little cheeky, sure.
Sure.
But I think, yeah, beer and shot for me is just like, I don't always want to do the thing.
Yeah.
Especially because it'll always be Fernet.
What's
I
it?
don't always love Fernet. I love the hard sort.
We
That's
won't
the
talk.
beauty. It's the beauty. But, so I'd rather just the beer, probably.
And then, favorite dessert to pair with a cocktail.
Oh, wow.
And what's the cocktail?
Ooh, that's a cool question. I think more of my baseline is gonna be my favorite dessert. I am a red velvet cake
Okay.
fan.
Very nice.
Yo, 18 years of my life, California Peach Kitchen, CPK.
Okay.
My family and I would go, friends, the whole shebang. I would get, people would bring me a CPK, like the cake from California Pizza Kitchen. And it was just the most beautiful cake. It's so moist and magical. I don't know where they would order it from, but it's everything.
All right.
But just red velvet cake in general, I think that, I just like, honestly, the drink to pair, honestly, I think like a mezcal Negroni. Because I think the smoke, like the gentle like heat from the mezcal, and just like all the flavors going on, just kind of cuts the fat a little bit. Oh, and it just kind of it's just like, it like cleans your palate.
Gotcha.
So you're ready for the next bite, because right, the cream cheese can just be like a lot, but it's also so beautiful.
Yeah.
So those are like selfishly two of my favorite things that
Okay.
I think can go well together, and
Awesome.
I've experienced them together because birthdays
Yeah.
usually. Favorite mezcal Negroni,
Yeah.
and a little red velvet cake.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
Fuck yeah.
money. So good.
Do you have, other than here, and then of course where you live, do you have a favorite bar in the city?
Ooh, I think it's so hard to choose, to be honest. Like, I feel like that's lame.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be cheesy. I think my favorite bar, you know,
You can't go, yeah.
it's, yes, I know everybody that works here because I'm their manager.
I'm the boss.
But it is just like if I did not work here, like one day, right, in the future, I just think this will always still feel like home.
Yeah.
And like, I just love our glassware. Like,
Yeah.
I love like the layout. I love the windows. I love the lights.
Yeah.
So there's just like, love the way that we like run our beer. There's so many things that I love. It's such a safe space. That it, like, to me, it does do that dive bar cocktail
Yeah,
thing, which
no.
is why I think it can be like a good
Yeah.
top pick.
Yep.
But I think I would choose Red Army. As
Yeah.
cheesy as it is.
It is one of my favorite spots, and not only because again cocktails are great, but that
Yeah.
spot right there is
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite spot because again you get to people watch, and then like you get great cocktails,
Yes.
and you just get to watch the people
Yes.
and just go by, and it's the best TV in the world. It's like sitting in front of a fish tank.
Yeah.
Like it literally is just some of the best TV in the world. Because again, you just watch what happens, and I'm not saying like we're not in a weird part of Brooklyn or anything,
Yeah.
but it's just
Oh, it's
you
just
could sit here
so
and
many cute dogs.
yeah,
outside.
exactly. But like you just watch the people go by,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
you're just like, and
It's
I
so
love
sweet.
the glassware because like again you get to see their shadow
Yeah.
on the window, and then you wait to see like who that is. To see,
Yeah.
like, you said, like,
Yes, it's just, there's so many, like, some homies that I used to work with at BlackTail, her name was Grace. She would always like refer to like the jacuzzi seat of like a restaurant, and I always think of her because like to me that's the jacuzzi seat.
Yeah.
Like you're parked up, you're chilling, you're hanging out, but you see
Everything. Yep.
And it's the number one.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
I love it. No one can come up behind you. Like
I
there's
know.
nothing like.
It's a safe space,
It
and
is,
like,
yeah.
and I do love like. I know we always talk about this, but like you see the well.
Yeah.
It's just like you really see like that bartender is working
Yeah.
too, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I know it's a good perspective to see it. It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, there we go.
Oh, it's fun.
Question 4.
Pop pop.
Jeez.
Libra's balance.
Really?
Bada bang.
Question 5. Drink 5. Last drink of the night. What are we drinking?
The 5th year. This was a drink I tried from Dead Rabbit when I was already there.
Okay.
Jesse Vito made this beverage. It's a little Irish whiskey old fashioned.
Very nice.
Had to do it, you know,
Right.
Dead Rabbit. A little Mara Montenegro, a little Malmsey Madeira, a little salt, absinthe. That's when I first was like salt and absinthe. They're the best. That's salt.
Speaking my language.
That's the new salt and pepper.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Banana, a little cacao, and I was just like, it was like my first bonus
Oh.
I ever used to just buy all these ingredients to make it home.
Fuck yeah.
Cause she's a bad bee.
Oh,
It's
that's
good.
beautiful. Cheers.
Cheers. Driving in 5th gear. Come on.
Oh, love it.
So good.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're
It's so good.
Oh,
It's like a banana marshmallow. but with
exactly.
whiskey.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And this is when I was just like, I feel like my drinking style was kind of like, oh, what is my vibe? And then I was like, I always like loved like a stirred situation. This shit is,
That is.
it's money.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
It's beautiful.
That's. Oh.
It's so good. I love it so
Fuck.
much.
Oh. Wow. I'm just blown away. Like.
No, it's
honestly,
really like, right, the first time I had this, I was probably, if my timeline is correct, I must have been at least maybe 22, 23.
Okay.
And so like, I never drank in high school. Like I was like, with love and respect to myself, I was a quiet, not
Sure.
cool kid.
Yeah.
You know, so I wasn't like out there in the streets partying. And so I like, you know, the first time I had a drink, it was like cider when I was like 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I never like had all like the basic like one-in-ones like cranberry and vodka, whatever.
Yeah.
So like my drinking culture when I was like, I just really liked cocktails from the start.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit is so fucking cool.
Yeah. That's so good.
It just tastes so complex. It's so many things.
Yeah.
But like, right, this like nothing is really prepped for this at all. It's just so beautiful.
So beautiful.
I
Like
love it
that
so
is
much.
awesome.
He did good.
Oh.
Mr. Vita, cheers to you. I'm a sweet guy.
Cheers.
Got me in the game.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it too.
Oh.
I thought it'd be a cute last one to have.
That is, and I'm really mad that like we're on the shortest question, and like we're gonna sip that all fucking night.
It's
So like
good.
that
She's
is
good.
oh
Yeah, hang out for the opening team.
yeah.
Hey!
Like, who's that guy sleeping in the
Yeah,
corner?
exactly.
He's been here since noon. So.
Don't worry about him.
Yeah, he's fine.
fine.
Don't wake up soon.
It's a safe space. Mosey on around,
Yeah.
please.
Don't touch the bear.
Yes.
All right. So question 5 comes down to flip the Whiskey Wednesday coin. You can flip it, you can spin it, you can do whatever you want.
Ooh.
The coin will give us the answer.
Mhm.
You don't have to answer.
Oh.
But feel free to answer if you'd like. But
Interesting.
I think the coin is going to give us the right answer.
Pop
so,
pop.
Exactly. So, question 5. You talked about how, reference back to question 2, you've said it, happy, sad, inquisitive, never angry, but as a question, pop pop.
Oh. Oh.
There we go, fuck yeah!
What does it mean? But fuck yeah.
But fuck yeah.
Oh, so fierce.
Yeah. But
Pop pop.
pop pop.
Pop pop.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Oh, I
Love it.
that. Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. 5 questions down, 5 drinks.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
I really appreciate it. You are amazing. Till we can drink again.
Pop pop. Fuck yeah.
Magnitude. You usually have the perfect blend of brevity and wit that sums up situations like this.
Pop, pop. Oh, that's so good.
Well, there we go. Cheers.
Oh, so lovely getting to chat with you.
Oh, so
Truly.
amazing. No, thank you. I really
Yeah.
again, appreciate this. And
Nice.
again, I hope we get to drink together very soon.
Hell yeah.
And I tell everybody now that we drink together, we are family. So if you ever need anything, so just
Oh.
let me know.
Hey,
And
same to you. Seriously.
but-
Pop, pop.
pop, pop.
Yeah, you know, you get it.
Yeah.
What's something you want to ask your staff for lineup every day?
Okay.